Hi, my name is Jordan Ruby, and I go to RIT. I study psychology, hockey player, Canadian.
We're choosing celebration, breaking into.
Growing up, it's in Canada, loving family, 2 sisters, and I enjoyed playing the game of hockey. I went to church a lot. I knew who Jesus was, Christian family, and playing hockey at the same time. I learned a lot from my parents and how to become the best Christian I can and know Jesus Christ, and learning how to play hockey and trying to balance in that at the same time. I went through ups and downs, I guess. I first committed my life to Jesus Christ when I was around 12 at a conference, and that was the first time I really opened up my eyes to know who this Jesus was and how I can really apply that to my life, and I guess have that emptiness inside of me filled for the first time. Hockey has been my life. It's been my passion. I guess that's the DNA that's in my blood. The DNA, it's good, but the bad part is it's a game that can turn into an idol if you, I guess, don't bring Jesus into it as much as you should. And growing up, I dreamt about being in the NHL. That was my passion, that was my dreams, that was my desires. So as I'm going through this journey, loving hockey, loving God, loving my family, at the same time, this dream, this desire to be in the NHL is just marinating. It's just sitting there. It's being surrounded by playing the highest level of hockey as I can when I'm 8 years old to 21. And through that time, I'm just in that environment where this is the norm. You have to be the best. And this was tough. In a way, I was living with not knowing this giant that was being created. That this was an opponent that I was creating, this idol of hockey without even knowing it. It was harmless. But to me, this was something that was robbing the attention that God rightly deserves. Growing up, having to make the NHL, this was it. If I don't make the NHL, I'm hopeless. That was my identity. And God was molding my identity. He was stripping me of something that I held so closely to my heart and showing me the real answers, His identity for me, who I was created, and how this hockey world is a playground, is a field, is a garden that I'm supposed to minister to and bring Him into. It's not a ground that controls me. It's not an area or workplace that controls me. He controls it, and He was teaching me how to become a light into His world, this field, and how to have an impact on my teammates. I know I want to serve Him. I know He's the answer. I know that there's nothing in the NHL that can fill me up more than what He has done in my life and is continuing to do in my life. So like I said earlier, I came to RIT on a hockey scholarship studying psychology. So hockey was my biggest passion, and coming to RIT was a great privilege, and knowing I'm going to be there playing hockey as a goalie for RIT. But little did I know the bigger picture of it. And that was when two-ish years ago, when God put in my life this girl who attended Roberts Wesleyan College. And now this girl named Jillian is my fiance, and I will have the privilege to marry her very shortly. And thinking about how God is so good, and how you think you're doing something, but you have no idea what the big picture is. God really brought us together, and He's keeping us together for that reason, because our eyes are on Him as we move forward. But I'm really looking forward to, with me and my fiance, my future wife, just to get real with people, get into people's lives, just have that fellowship that we need as a church, that Jesus wants us to have. And I'm looking forward to being a part of Epic, and not starting new things, but just tapping into the things that have already started, getting involved and bringing God with it. And I'm looking really forward to that. I know Epic's been a great home for me in the church, with the pastors, the worship, the fellowship, the friendliness, just the atmosphere. Just it makes me feel like it's my own shoe. I'm just stepping into this atmosphere that's so welcoming, and this spirit is so pungent here. It just you can't walk into this and not feel like a person that is not loved by God, by Jesus Christ. And that is something that means a lot, and that's why I'm proud to attend this church. And this is my story. What's your story? That's what I was supposed to say.
No, we'll roll
Oh.
that. We'll roll that.
Okay.
Back again.